Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live, and how life must be glorious when you're the play caller for a Cincinnati Bengals team featuring Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon for a time. That was Brian Callahan's job prior to getting hired by the Tennessee Titans to be their head coach. He was the Bengals offensive coordinator. Well, Titans not necessarily expected to be a good team, but of course drafted Cam Ward with the first overall pick. And last year, the Titans certainly weren't good in Callahan's first year. And this year, they're off to an 0-3 start. And the offense has truly been brutal. And now he has relieved himself of the play calling duties. This is via Michael David Smith of Pro Football Talk. Brian Callahan gives up play calling to quarterback coach Bo Hardigree. Sorry, not going to lie, I'm not super familiar with Hardigree, but anyhow, team announced today quarterbacks coach Bo Hardigree will call plays. So yes, this is interesting. So it says offensive coordinator Nick Foles will remain in place. An unusual arrangement in which a team has an offensive coordinator but another assistant gets the play calling responsibility. Yes, Callahan 3-14 his first season as a head coach last year, and so far little indication that Titans are better this year. They lost by 8 in the season opener at Denver, 2 straight home games, lost by 14 to the Rams and 21 to the Colts. So, yes, hasn't been a good start for Tennessee. That much is for certain. And, Will Levis last year, so you couldn't really expect them to do miraculous things. But if we take a look at their offensive numbers this year, so you see points for 51, 17 per game. That's 28th of 32 teams. But then we scroll down. We see they're also 30th in points allowed per game. But they are averaging 3.6 yards per play. That is pretty brutal. Cam Ward has been sacked 15 times. Do the math. Plays a 17-game schedule. He'll be on pace to be sacked 85 times on the season. So they're averaging net yards per attempt 3.5. 3.8 yards per carry. Miraculously, they're actually a +1 in the turnover department because they forced 4 Denver turnovers in week 1, which is why they were able to keep the score relatively close and only lose by 8. But you see 3 touchdowns scored and given up 10 themselves. And look at the penalties. 31 penalties for 261 yards. Their opponents have 14 for 97. I mean, how are you going to have a chance with those numbers? And, Cam Ward not exactly surrounded with the utmost talent. Calvin Ridley off to a slow start. Tyler Lockett clearly past his prime. Okonkwo, a decent tight end. Tony Pollard averaging just 3.6 yards per carry on this season. But yes, it was the last game where fans were calling for Callahan to get the axe. This isn't him getting the axe. It's him axing himself from offensive play calling. But, will Callahan last this season? It's an 0-3 matchup in the AFC South this Sunday when the Titans go on the road to take on the Houston Texans. Cam Ward, the only rookie to start this year until this Sunday when Jackson Dart will also start. I could have done a video on that, but I just did a video on Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart like 2 days ago. I'm a Giants fan. I don't want to just make videos on my favorite teams. So here's a Titans one. Can Cam Ward get better protection, put up better numbers? But yeah, again, not exactly the best set of weapons to throw the ball to. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.